Jesse Owens said, "We all have dreams. In order to make dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort." Self-discipline. Self-discipline. When I make myself behave. Do you know how rare that is? In a culture that's obese? In a culture that is, because I can't make myself behave. I just like chocolate chip cookies. It's rare to find somebody that actually doesn't spend money that they don't have to buy things that they don't need to impress people that they don't really like. Self-discipline. Self-control. These are things that require you to understand that things like no is a complete sentence. No. It's the ancient word that will set you free. No one's allowed to say it anymore. You're not allowed to tell anyone no. They'll immediately be angry at you if you tell them no because they have a right. They are entitled. But no. 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 It is a powerful word that will set you free. Your friends want to go out to eat again, and you're broke? No. I really love that smell of that toxic plastic in that new car. Oh, I love it. I want to lease one. No. I'm going to go to college and study left-handed puppetry and go into debt $250,000. No. No, you're not. I'm going to go out of state and pay triple and go into debt just because I went across the state line. My education will be exactly the same as if I'd stayed in state, but I'm going to pay triple to go across the state line, and I can't afford to do that, so I'm going to go into student loan debt. Not for my education, but because I went across the state line. And then I'm going to say I went into student loan debt to get an education, and then I'm going to bitch that college is too expensive and rip me off because I was stupid. No. 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 I'm going to look at my 8-year-old and I'm going to teach them self-control by first teaching them control. No. You're going to behave in restaurants. You're not wild animals. We are not raising wolves here. We're raising people who are going to be good adults. You're going to learn to control your little self, and until you do, I'm going to control you. That's why they call me Daddy. That sounds like child abuse. No, it's not. You sound like a wuss, and you're part of the problem of the culture if you said that. No. Self-control. Self-discipline first comes from control and from discipline. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but it yields a harvest of righteousness. Hebrews. No. I'm going to live like no one else, so that later I can live and give like no one else. I'm going to have the emotional maturity to delay pleasure, which is a sign I'm a grown-up. And I meet 57-year-olds who are still walking around with 12-year-olds inside of them making their decisions. No. It's the ancient word that is seldom uttered in our culture anymore, but it will set you free. And it is a complete sentence. The first thing you do is you push your tongue towards the roof of your mouth, you blow air past, and you release, and it sounds like this. If you've not used it in a while, try it. It's going to sound funny the first time if it comes out of your mouth. No. It's been removed from several dictionaries. I suspect the politically correct police will have it removed from our culture or have you put in jail if you use it soon. No. No. No, you can't do anything you want. No, you cannot misbehave at that level. Not without consequences. No. Self-discipline. Self-control. It's hard. This grown-up stuff is hard. I wish we could all be little children and there'd be somebody to take care of us, but if everybody's a little children, then there's nobody to take care of all the little children. So some of us have to be grown-ups. No. You can't be a child anymore. No. You're 27. You can't live in my basement. Because an eagle who stays in the nest too long is known as a turkey. No. You have to leave. No. I love you too much to allow you to sit here and grow no wings and not be who God intended you to be. God did not intend for you to be a Nintendo expert. You need to leave my basement. Some of you desperately need to love your child enough to do that. No. They can write a blog about abusive parenting from someone else's basement. No. Isn't it interesting? This whole thing about growing up. And that's what we talk about here every day on the show. Directly or indirectly is, am I ready to delay pleasure to win? Dave, I want to change the rules. Can I change the baby steps? No, because you can't change the baby steps. You don't get to make up new math rules. You're not the exception. I know everyone's unique, but you're not the exception. The law of gravity applies to all snowflakes. They're each unique, but they all fall down. There are certain laws and certain principles that work every time. 1 + 1 always equals 2, and you're not special enough to change that. I know God thinks you're special, but I don't. You're not special enough to change that. You have to abide by the law of gravity. It works every time. I have to abide by the law of gravity. It works every time. And as soon as I align myself with truth and function in that truth and function according to those principles, the pain starts to leave and the prosperity starts to come. As soon as I start planting corn and I'm not shocked that corn grows, wow, I have reaped what I have sown. Self-discipline. If you want wheat, you should probably not plant corn. If you want wealth, you should probably avoid debt. All the data points tell us that. If you want a high-quality marriage, you should probably not lie to your spouse about hiding money. Duh. Why is this hard? It's hard because we're humans and we like chocolate chip cookies. All of us have a little kid inside of us, and we all push back against that little kid every day. But the more the little kid wins, the dumber we are, the more immature we are, and the more pain we have in our lives. No. Self-discipline. Dave, you changed my life. No, I didn't. It's not a true statement. I made you believe you could. And I showed you how, and you went and did it. But I didn't change your life. I didn't pay off any of your debt. I didn't cause you to be an everyday millionaire. You did all of that. You're the hero in the story. And I'm really proud of you. And those of you that haven't done it yet, I believe in you. I know that you can do it because I know these principles work. And I can't wait to talk to you when you're winning because you can do this stuff.